Alright, Forex traders, let me give you one key tip which can literally transform the way you trade the Forex markets and literally skyrocket you into Forex profits. So it's actually really interesting. I remember probably about a year or two into my trading journey. Okay, this is at a point where I actually started making money now. And one of the big currencies I used to trade at the time was the euro dollar, okay, euro against the dollar. And it's really interesting because in my first kind of 2 years of trading, I traded with different people, okay, brothers, friends, loads of different people by myself, etc. And one of the things for me is I used to like the euro dollar a lot because at the time it seemed like everyone used to say the euro is the most traded currency. Okay, and I'm not saying that to say it isn't anymore, but that was something you just heard like clockwork over and over again. So I used to stick to it. I got pretty good at trading the euro dollar. I wasn't so good at trading necessarily other currencies, but I had started to build some familiarity with the euro dollar. Okay, and I remember about 2 years into my journey, one of my friends, I don't even know if he actually knows this, but he started talking about a new currency. Okay, and he used to say to me, "Oh, look, Israel, this currency moves so quick. It makes so much money. Once you get in the trade in the right direction, you'll start making money." Okay, so obviously, just like any person hungry for more profits and trying to make more money, I started looking at this currency, and the currency he was talking about at the time was the euro yen. Okay, so as I began to start looking at the euro yen, I started to realize that a lot of the time I was trying to set myself up to get into trades. Okay, the trade just wouldn't pan out for me. Okay, the market would move so quick. And as I began to realize just from observing this currency, okay, so I'm looking at the euro dollar at the same time, but also looking at the euro yen, I started to realize that the way these two currencies behaved were completely different. Okay, so where I realized that the euro at the time would actually give me enough time to execute and enter the trade in a way that I felt comfortable and a way I had become familiar with, the euro yen would get to the kind of area I want to get to a trade from, but it would literally just take off right away. And what that made me realize at the time was markets are different. Okay, and it's interesting because when I trade over time, I started to realize that when I've been teaching this to people, not everyone realizes this, because at that point in time, I realized how difficult would it be for me to be looking at multiple different currencies, okay, 10, 15, 20 different currencies every single day a week, and trying to realize and gain the understanding of each nuance to each particular currency, especially as someone just new to starting to make Forex profits, okay, on a regular basis. It was a really hard thing to do. And it's something that I've realized just over the years of teaching that a lot of people still don't understand till today. It took me, obviously, trading one currency predominantly, and then a friend recommended another currency to trade, and starting to try and trade two currencies, where it took me a bit of time, and I started to realize, okay, oh, these currencies work differently. And it's interesting because at the time I realized, look, it's about knowing your market, okay? I can't take the full complete understanding I have of the euro dollar and try and trade the euro yen with it. And just, and vice versa. I can't take what the euro yen does and say, okay, you know what, I'm going to apply this to the euro dollar. The principle of what I was trading was the same, but my execution had to be a bit different, because I realized at the time, over weeks and months, that the euro yen does not give me as much time as the euro dollar gave me. Okay, and that was one of the things I realized. So if you are struggling right now to trade the Forex markets, you just can't figure it out, why don't you just consider looking at one currency one way and looking at the other currency a different way? So you have to identify and understand how to actually know your market, know the market you're actually trading. Some currencies you're probably looking at right now are extremely well behaved. Some of them aren't extremely well behaved, but you're trying to trade, in most cases, unbehaving market like it's a behaving market, and a behaving market like it's an unbehaving market. And again, you can really see how I'm getting tongue twisted in saying it, and how do you think your mind is trying to process it? It's all going to get confused. Okay, so start trading just thinking to yourself, okay, all markets are different. Yes, they're all currencies that we're going to be trading, but each currency has a life of its own. Okay, and you have to understand okay, and see, okay, you know what, okay, this is the euro yen, this is the euro, this is the Aussie dollar, this is the pound against the dollar, this is the pound yen, this is the Aussie yen, etc. The euro GBP, all of these different, the New Zealand dollar against the US dollar, all of these different currencies, the Australian dollar against the US dollar, all these different currencies have different life. Okay, they all act and interact differently, and you have to start pinpointing and saying, okay, you know what, this currency works this way, that currency works this way. And I'm pretty confident, okay, if you start looking at the markets like this, your results will skyrocket, because you'll stop just trying to trade one way on multiple different currencies, and now you'll start learning and saying, okay, you know what, instead of me trying to trade 20, 30 different currencies, let me focus on 2 or 3 different currencies in a week, and let me start to understand how that particular market, that particular currency actually works. Okay, that's just one tip that I know can take you a long way in regards to Forex profits. If you want a few more, if you want to learn more about how I trade the Forex markets and how I'm able to make videos like this from home, then literally the first link in the description box is going to be a 30-second quiz I want you to take. Okay, it's going to literally show you if Forex trading is something that is worthwhile to you, and if it is, then you're going to get access to a free online workshop that I'm going to be holding soon, which you can attend and actually learn more about how I trade the markets and just loads of different strategies like I've just kind of shared with you in today's video. So all the best with your Forex trading. Hit the first link in the description box or head on over to freeforex workshop.com, and I'll see you on the workshop. Thanks and take care.